Have some lunch, mon amour, while I continue our legacy story, oui? Juliet dragged the patent leather chair away from the table to eat their overnight salad and continue their saga. The kitchen was small but cozy, as was Juliet's preference. Of course, sounds good. So, Adriel and Celeste met at a random train station and it was love at first sight? When Celeste saw Adriel at the station, she was immediately reminded of a past that she quickly shed upon descending to Earth. She felt deep grief over who she had become and desperately wanted the wholly good Celeste she was once upon a time. But her hunger was an addiction and one she couldn't satiate. Her favorite case from yesteryear was standing in front of her, older and broken. Maybe, just maybe, she could still help, she thought. Maybe they could help each other. The odd pair quickly became good friends. They did everything together. Long strolls in the park, late night dinners and deep discussions. Celeste vowed never to tell a soul what she was, but if anyone came close to knowing, it would have been Adriel. She kept her darkness a secret from him as long as she could, and he became more and more self-assured with their friendship. One day, Adriel was bold enough to tell Celeste how he felt about her. He knew there was a chance she would reject him. He was older after all, and she was so full of life still. To his glorious surprise, she told him she fell in love with him a long time ago. Adriel, ecstatic, got closer to his soon-to-be lover to steal a kiss. However, something else occurred. An exchange. Half of Celeste's fey essence was removed from her body and transplanted into Adriel's. He became younger, she became older, and her immortality was no more. She could feel the divide. So Adriel became immortal? No, mon ange, just younger, and full of stolen fey magic. Adriel was shocked at this exchange. He had no idea what transpired, why he felt so young, strong, virile, and why his beloved looked older. She sat him down and told him everything. Who she was, why she had originally come to Earth, and her estimation of what transpired between the exchange. Adriel was shocked. He was a man of science after all. These stories were facts he could not prove. But he did not know Celeste to be crazy or a liar. His heart didn't want to believe that. Quite honestly, he felt the most alive he had felt in years. If he could have, he would have performed the exchange again, but he feared his beloved would age too quickly, and life without Celeste was not an option. What about the fact that she was a vampire? Did that not scare the llama's breath out of him? Oui, as a matter of fact it did. She promised him she would never turn anyone into a demon as long as she was with him, and all she needed was a bit of blood to maintain her life force. That bargain worked out beautifully because he was a doctor and had direct access to blood when they needed it. Shortly after their exchange, they married. One day, Celeste and Adriel hosted a party to celebrate Adriel's recent good standing in the community as a favored doctor. They had many invites. Unfortunately, Celeste was feeling particularly hungry that day. She temporarily forgot her surroundings and her promise to Adriel and lured an unsuspecting victim into her drawing room. She was thirstier than she remembered being because all the blood she had been consuming since her marriage with Adriel was processed at the hospital, cold and unappealing. This unsuspecting victim was life's fresh blood. She drank too much, too fast. The victim was about to expire when Adriel walked in on them. Adriel hurried to save the victim's life. However, the guest was on his way to the non-existence. Adriel got too close to the body of the expiring human. His stolen dark magic, igniting by getting so close to death, triggered a rendering within the victim where his soul was separated from his body. Adriel accidentally consumed his soul's energy within him, leaving the body listless and crumpled on the floor, and his soul wandering helpless and confused. The harvest, as it is called now, coupled with the fey magic within him, gave him amped supernatural power, and he loved it. That is when death began on Earth. Because of it, humanity now suffers from the divide caused by passing on, the divide that renders the soul from the body. From that moment on, the duo became a nightmare together. Celeste quenched her thirst for blood, and Adriel became more and more addicted to the power death granted him. That, mon petit chou, is how the Grim Reaper came to be.